6.5 kilometers away from the coast of Alexandria, Egypt. At this place, deep-sea divers saw something that was not at all normal at the bottom of the sea. Welcome again to ARC TV. Viewers, as we know that 70% of the world's water is water, which we have not explored even 5% of it. There are creatures in the oceans that humans have never seen before, and there are some secrets hidden in them that humans who lived thousands of years ago had left. Sometimes as an excuse for research, sometimes for sea adventure. These secrets are opening one by one. Today you will know 10 such things that deep-sea divers found at the bottom of the sea. Number 10. Is there ever a river in the sea? Obviously, there will be no answer to this. But in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, scuba divers found a secret spot in the sea where a river flows in the water. Yes, the river flowing in the water of the sea was actually formed due to a thick layer of hydrogen sulfide. There is salt water coming from a cave below it. This place is also called Cenote Angelita. According to scuba divers, looking from above, Cenote Angelita looks completely normal. But after going about 30 meters in, it is difficult to believe what you see. Number 9. Florida beaches are very famous in America, where along with water, seashells, crabs, and other sea creatures also swim to the beach. But in October 2012, people on Pompano Beach were surprised and worried when they found a very large eye on the beach. The size of the eye is equal to the size of both hands of a human being. It really looks like the eye of a very large sea monster. The photo of this eyeball went viral on social media like fire. Some people thought that the eye of the monster that can swim to the beach must be wandering somewhere around the beach. Because of this fear, people had reduced going to Florida beaches. But when this eye was sent to the wildlife department, after many experiments and research, it was found that this eye is not of a monster giant, but of a normal swordfish which was caught by a fisherman and thrown into the sea. Number 8. 6.5 kilometers from the coast of Alexandria, Egypt, deep-sea divers saw something at the bottom of the sea that was not normal at all. When the matter reached the French archaeologist Frank Gaudio, he started investigating this place. Surprisingly, 64 ships, 700 anchors, gold-filled treasures, 16 feet tall statues, pieces of broken buildings, and small stones were found on which something was written in strange writing. The samples of the ruins that were collected from here were scattered within the sea for many kilometers. It was found that there used to be a very big city of Egypt 2,300 years ago, which was perhaps the main port city of Egypt, and perhaps from where many business matters of the country were run. This whole city is now known as Thonis Heraklion, but this port city of Egypt thousands of years ago was flooded or it was hit by a tsunami. No one knows. Number 7. There is also a type of fish 1 kilometer deep in the sea, which is also considered very bad to see in Japan. This creature is called a giant oarfish, which is also called a strange sea creature due to its shape. The length of this strange oarfish, which lives 1 kilometer below the sea, is more than 50 feet, and the first thought that comes to mind when you see it is that it will be a sea snake or a lizard. In Japan, it is believed that seeing an oarfish on the beach of the sea is a signal of a natural disaster. But according to scientists, due to global warming, living and settling on the bottom of the sea are forced to face the sea level. Number 6. It is really interesting to see the sea world in underwater sports, but how would it be if these statues suddenly appear in front of someone during this adventure? Many kilometers away from the coast of West Indies, this underwater sculpture park is located at the bottom of the sea. A British artist is behind this park, which launched in 2006. But the purpose behind making this sculpture park is more interesting than this park. There are small and large rocks in the sea, in which small fish consider themselves to be safe. But the place where these rocks are not present, small fish avoid going there. The main purpose of making this park spread over 800 square meters was to provide shelter to small fish. This artist says that after making this park, millions of fish came to this place. There are more than 100 different types of statues in this park, which look very unique. Number 5. Since the time this world has been created, all the nations that have lived here since then, their innumerable secrets are hidden in the sea. Deep-sea divers found medicines that were used in ancient times from the bottom of the sea near Italy. Looking at these tablets, they look very different from the medicines of today. But now we had to find out which chemicals are present in them, and which disease is this medicine. From laboratory testing, it was found that this medicine was made at least 2,000 years ago. But the ingredients used in it were even more surprising to know, because it also contains starch, pine resin, beeswax, animal and plant fats, as well as olive oil. According to scientists, this medicine must be used to treat eye disease. This medicine was well preserved in a small tin, and it looks like it must have been made by hand. Because a little far from the spot where this medicine was found, a crashed Roman ship was also discovered, of which a lot of medical equipment was also found. Therefore, researchers believe that perhaps 2,000 years ago, there must have been a doctor in this Roman ship. Certainly, medical science was also very popular in those days. Number 4. Frilled shark is a creature that lives at the bottom of the sea, which looks interesting and scary at the same time. Some parts of the frilled shark's body are like a dinosaur, while some parts look like a snake. Its face looks like a snake, but it also has teeth in its mouth, and that too 300. Yes, its 300 teeth are facing inward. Its creature is said to be 6 feet long, and its hunting style is like a snake. A frilled shark can also eat half the size of its body at the same time. Due to the direction of its teeth, if anything goes into its mouth, it cannot come back. In 2007, a fisherman in Japan caught such a creature for the first time during fishing. The Wildlife Institute caught this creature and put it in a seawater pool, where its first video was made. He said that this creature, which lived 1 kilometer below the sea, was probably sick, which is why it came to the sea. Number 3. Those who are not afraid of watching horror movies must visit the Camp Crystal Lake in America. Because at the bottom of this lake, a statue of the famous horror movie Friday the 13th serial killer Jason Voorhees is waiting for you. This statue kept at the bottom of the lake is standing with its famous mask and sword, while its face is facing up, so that as soon as it dives into the lake, the divers get a shock of fear. The owner of the statue said that he has been diving in this lake for many years, and he chose this terrifying character of Friday the 13th, but according to some reports, this statue has just been removed from the lake. Number 2. A team of researchers found a wreckage of a fighter plane that was destroyed in World War II. Researchers found many fighter planes, tanks, cars, and dive bombers that were destroyed in World War II. 80 years ago, 50 Japanese ships and 230 aircraft crashed into the sea in World War II. Because this spot is in the middle of the ocean, where the water is deeper than the limit. Because of this, many airplanes and ships have not been found yet. One of the reasons for this is that when planes crash into the sea, they do not look like planes. It is difficult to guess whether it is a plane or a seaweed. Number 1. In 2014, a group of scuba divers found a giant-sized knife from the ocean. It looks about 6 feet long, but because these scuba divers have never shown themselves in public, we have not been able to know where this knife is now and what was the purpose of such a large knife. Did humans really used to be so big thousands of years ago that they needed such a large knife? Do let me know in the comments section. I hope you will also like this video. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next great video.